WWE has just sold 92,000 tickets for WrestleMania. Now, of course, this is over both nights, but essentially the company went, oh, by the way, you can now buy one, and bam, absolutely loads flew off the shelves. And I think this is totally fabu. It also means wrestling is totally booming, especially because usually if you do go back through the passage of time, between April and November, or even April and January, that is considered WWE's down period, because we come out from WrestleMania, and a lot of fans go, I had a great time, I'll see you at the Royal Rumble. But when it comes to 2023, that hasn't happened at all. In fact, the whole wave has continued to get bigger and bigger. So when you throw it all in a pot, WWE is going to end 2023 on a massive high. Why? Here's why. A lot of credit has to go for the work that WWE has put in, and yes, of course, we have to reference the bloodline, but there's also so much more with that, because it is Roman Reigns, it is Usos, it is Solo Sikoa, it is Kevin Owens, it is Sami Zayn, it is Cody Rhodes, it is the Judgment Day, it is Gunther, and hell, if you take the last few weeks, it's even Chad Gable. He's getting cheered. Because WWE has done what they haven't done in a long old time, which is set their WWE superstars up as dominoes, and as soon as you push one, well, the metaphor would be that everybody else falls down. So I'm essentially saying this in reverse, because you can get rid of one individual and there's a bunch of other humans going, well, actually, I'm quite over right now, I'm ready to go. It also does mean that as we approach the end of this 12-month period, we have characters that the fans care about. And if you can tie that in with a good story, well, everyone will start doing the dance of joy. Even though this looks pretty creepy. So he's just convinced us to tune in every single week, and between now, I'm recording in August, and December, you just know that Jey Uso's gonna come back to TV, you know that Jimmy Uso is gonna come back to TV, and we're gonna start building that feud. And if the ratings are anything to go by when it comes to these two brothers, it's gonna be crazy. I'm never gonna shut up about the fact that I want to see Jimbo and Roman Reigns go at it, because they deserve a match. We're gonna have to do something massive for Solo Sikoa, because he needs his Roman match too. And if we do believe the teasing, Drew McIntyre's about to go heel. That's something else to buy into. We're also eventually going to go back to this teasing between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, and if we do that match at WrestleMania 40, it's going to be amazing. And of course, we need some people, or two people, for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I mean, even if you did something like the New Day, I would absolutely cry, because it's all my favourites coming together. And Chad Gable, he's back again. He may be the guy to beat Gunther, which is also going to floor people. And then there's LA Knight. Have you heard the reactions LA Knight's been getting? At the moment, all you gotta do is keep him on the right path. And in 2024, you have another guy good to go. Io Sky should also get a proper feud. The Condom can continue to be a dick. And at the moment, when it comes to Raw, the Judgment Day are just everything. Especially because they may be about to break up. We are barely scratching the surface here anyway, because I have mentioned him once, but not in that big tirade. We also have Cody Rhodes, who's the brand new John Cena. You've got to do something with the American Nightmare, and yet that's the same for the current World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. And while you could feud those two together again, I don't think that's the right thing to do at all, and given what I'm trying to talk about today, that's even better, because it's two extra storylines that are about to head in our direction. And actually, it doesn't matter, because they're such big stars that 9 times out of 10, if you feed something to the audience, they'll just go with it. Which really does come back to the point that I can't remember the last time WWE was this intelligent with their booking. I mean, they've completely stacked it. I also think that it's why we have been rerunning this Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens and Judgment Day stuff on Monday nights, because something big is about to happen. We're about to get a swerve, which will set up next year, and at the moment we're just biding our time. Do not forget, there is 52 weeks of television in every single 12-month period. Sometimes you do need to have a bit of a break. It just feels so exciting, especially because before you know it, we will be at the Royal Rumble, and as we've already discussed, that's when WWE gets properly hot again. So if they're boiling now, I mean, they are going to be like a volcanic eruption. So maybe we're about to get back to territory we haven't seen for a long ass time. I mean, January to April could be absolutely manic, and I think the WrestleMania tickets prove that. They just went on sale, and even though some of them were $250 at a minimum, fans were like, yeah, sounds good to me, I'm going to Mania. There is stuff under the radar too, because while we have done a great job with the Intercontinental title and that thing's ready to cook, I would argue that the US Championship, well, that needs to go back into the oven, but that ain't no bad thing. It just means it's another area to focus on. At the moment, it is including Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio, the legend Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, and Austin Theory. So if you just take examples from other narratives that we have done, and we start pouring it on here, well, once again, you can have your chocolate sundae and put a wonderful cherry on top. We keep doing this as well because Bianca Belair needs to come back to TV, Charlotte Flair is always involved in big programs, and Asuka is Asuka, one of the greatest women wrestlers to ever live, so you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm just going to keep driving this as well because there's also Bobby Lashley's new group. I mean, we saw the Street Profits in a match the other day, and now they got this badass new finisher. So are they going to become some sort of trios? Are the Street Profits going to be a tag team and Bobby's going to go after singles gold? We don't know, but they've only been together 5 minutes and already I can smell potential and it smells good. And even when I try and come up with like opponents for them, all I could think of was like the Repo Man, Doink the Clown, and Duke the Dumpster Drozy. And now you're laughing at me and you're thinking I'm a fool, but I tell you, if WWE did that, I'd give them promotion of the year. At some point, we've also got to allow Mr. Money in the Bank Damian Priest to cash in his briefcase. And if we can be patient and we can hold this off to next year, do you know what I would do at WrestleMania 40? I would let him get the ultimate revenge and screw over Seth Rollins, because then he can come out and Raw and be like, haha, remember what you did at Mania 31? Well, turn around is fair play. And do you know how much that would rock, especially if the Judgment Day helped him? I think it would be sublime. It is really smart timing by WWE though, because we are headed to Mania 40, and do not pretend that 40 number doesn't mean something to people in the back. This is going to be a huge anniversary. So if you can just, go crazy with the metrics too, well, it's going to be a massive success. Maybe even bigger than we actually realize. So I hope that all of wrestling feels this good all of the time, and sure, look, WWE could drop the ball with this, but I have two things to say about it. One, they do have so much content, not everything has to swim, sometimes it can sink, but also two, they do have us in the palm of their hand at the moment, so long as they can keep this up and learn from it, well, I don't see why it should slow down. So if they are able to do this and they continue on this trend, we are just in for the best times. Look, there was a big period there in like 2018, 2019, when it wasn't the best times, so maybe just appreciate this, even if a particular story isn't for you. I mean, they are catering for millions of people. That seems a little bit unrealistic. So I really do think the end of 2023 may be one of the biggest end-of-year periods that WWE has ever done. More power to them. Fair play to them. They have done a terrific job. I absolutely love it. Now, of course, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Leave a comment below and let me know why I'm wrong. I often am. And click the video on the screen to continue your What Culture journey. Maybe it's me, maybe it's somebody else in the What Culture team. You just never know. Also go to whatculture.com, where we'll update you with all of the news, including how crazy WrestleMania tickets do go. And we're on social media, as well as X. Still not used to it. Otherwise, I am Simon for What Culture. Thank you very much for joining me as always. And again, maybe you have some predictions for the rest of the year, and you can let me know there in the comments below. I'm still intrigued about this Seth Rollins world title run. There's a big part of me that thinks that he should lose it, maybe to even Shinsuke Nakamura. Then again, I don't think that he will. And also, we get to Mania 40, and Cody beats Roman, and Damian beats Seth Rollins, that when you get to the Raw the next night, we have a brand new world to explore. And am I ready for that? Yes, I am, because I love wrestling. Goodbye.